In a quaint village surrounded by lush forests and clear streams lived a young woman named Lena. She was known for her vivid imagination, which she used to create beautiful art and captivating stories. However, Lena's imagination also had a darker side, often conjuring fears and anxieties that plagued her daily life. Lena's greatest fear was the forest that bordered her village. As a child, she had heard countless tales of the dangerous creatures that lived within its depths. The villagers spoke of wolves with glowing eyes, serpents as long as trees, and spirits that whispered your deepest fears. Over the years, Lena's imagination turned these tales into a terrifying reality within her mind. One day, an elder named Mara came to visit Lena. Mara was wise and had seen many things in her long life. She noticed Lena's reluctance to venture beyond the village and asked her why. "The forest," Lena whispered. "It's full of dangers. I couldn't possibly go there." Mara smiled gently. "Lena, do you know the saying, 'We often suffer more in imagination than in reality'?" Lena shook her head, curiosity piqued. Mara continued, "Our fears can grow wild in our minds, becoming larger and more frightening than they truly are. The forest is not as dangerous as you imagine. Yes, there are challenges, but they are nothing compared to the monsters you've created in your mind." Despite her fear, Lena felt a spark of determination. She decided to face her imagination and venture into the forest, hoping to find the truth. Early the next morning, Lena set out with a small backpack, her heart pounding in her chest. The village seemed to hold its breath as she approached the forest's edge. With each step, she imagined the horrors that might await her. But as she walked deeper, she began to notice the beauty around her. The dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves, the gentle rustling of the breeze, and the songs of birds. Hours passed, and Lena encountered none of the terrifying creatures she had imagined. Instead, she saw deer grazing peacefully, rabbits darting through the underbrush, and squirrels chattering in the trees. The forest was alive, but not with the fearsome beings of her imagination. It was vibrant, serene, and welcoming. As Lena sat by a bubbling brook, she realized that her fears had been unfounded. The forest was not a place of terror but one of wonder. Her imagination had caused her more suffering than reality ever could. Returning to the village, Lena shared her experience with Mara and the other villagers. She spoke of the forest's beauty and the peace she had found there. The villagers, inspired by her courage, began to venture into the forest themselves, discovering its wonders and dispelling their own fears. Lena learned that while imagination is a powerful gift, it can also be a source of unnecessary suffering. By facing her fears, she found that reality was often much kinder than her imagination had led her to believe. And so, she lived her life with a newfound courage, ready to embrace the world as it was, rather than as she feared it might be.